Welcome to Jobs 3. So, as we're talking, I'm sure you've had these arguments with your friends at work or your friends out hunting, hanging out. How does government create jobs? Well, actually, the economy creates jobs. When the economy is doing well, more jobs are created. The problem is the economy's been stifled. And also, at the same time as being stifled with regulation, it's been sold out in these bad foreign trade agreements. Now, does anybody, you all might be too young to remember, does anybody remember Ross Perot and how he said the giant sucking sound from the South? Well, he wasn't wrong, was he? It turns out that the silly little man with his charts was right. Well, I tell you what, right now we need a little bit of Ross Perot advice. We need a little bit of America works for America advice. Don't you agree? Do you like being unemployed? Do you like your neighbor being unemployed? Do you like constantly hearing about how our deficit's going to bankrupt our country? Well, there's only one way to solve that. Growth in our economy, tariffs on the goods coming into the country, trade deals that make sense for us. Now, what's funny is I can't remember if it was 20 years ago. It probably was 20 years ago. Ross Perot running against Clinton talking about these very same things and said we're going to ruin our economy if we don't set a new path. And look where we are. Now, give him some back credit. I'll tell you what, you guys, look up some Ross Perot. Bring up his videos and put it on here, and you tell me if it wasn't dang near word for word what's going on at this moment in our country. Now you say, what can I do? What the hell can I do? I don't know anything. Well, I'll tell you what, you got to get the voice out. Because when 100 million people say the same thing, government can't resist. Government has to do what we say. I'm not talking about overrunning government buildings. I'm talking about 100 million people saying we need jobs for the millions of unemployed, for the millions of underemployed. We all deserve a decent wage and a low tax rate so we can prosper and flourish. And which was the intention when government started messing with interstate trade. The intention was to spread this prosper and the wealth. And it worked among the states. And when government was small and less regulatory, the country prospered. Now, with all these lovely feel-good regulations because people can't take care of themselves because, oh, well, they might cut themselves. Oh, well, wear a seatbelt. Oh, wear a helmet. Well, you're not allowed to have this because it hurts people. Well, each and every one of the people that make those rules get a government paycheck. Each and every one of those have health care. Every single one of them has health care. Do you? Do you have health care? Do you have a job? Do you have a paycheck? And not only do they have a job and a paycheck, which is wonderful, but they are regulating and making regulations that are putting you out of a job or not letting industries pop up in your state and your community where you could participating in employment because of regulation. Why do you think we're not building 15 to 40 power plants right now? Because they would be coal and it's bad for the environment. Why do you think there's not 10 more nuclear power plants going up? The heck, that's a couple $100 billion to build one, ain't it? And some of those jobs are going to be jobs that you and I can get. Jobs that I can swing a shovel, I can drive a truck, I can lay rebar. Give me a job. That's my point. That's a shovel-ready project. That's what government needs to work on. They spend way too much time worrying about who said what for who. It's time to worry about what the American people are saying. Wake up. Have your voice heard. All I'm saying is speak up for yourself. If you need a job, offer up a program. Don't say, hand me a job. Say, this is how you could make 17 jobs in my community. Give them something to use, tools. That's what government needs. It's lost its way. It's misguided because it listens to lobbyists, corporations, and politicians. The American Joe doesn't get a say because he's not listened to. He's too busy working. He's too busy skeet shooting on the weekend, four-wheeling, power boating. We're being free. We're doing the American thing. We're generating money in the economy, and the giant vacuum of government is sucking it out of the economy as fast as we can put it in. We spend like crazy. The economy should be huge, but no. And where's that money gone? It's gone to the Fed. It's gone to paying the interest on our debt. The debt they're creating with these trade deals. It's all tied together. And if you disagree, put your opinion up. Maybe I'll agree with you. Present the right facts, show me what's going on, and I'll support your idea. But don't just sit on your butt, say that, oh, there's another redneck ranting on. You know I'm right. I know I'm right. Let's challenge the governors, the senators, the congressmen, the president to acknowledge there are shovel-ready programs right now. God bless America.